Huge news in Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. We just got our first roadmap since global launch and announced there's our first legendary event coming. The reward is the Elven Lord Elrond. We also got word of the raids that are coming very soon to the game as well. And if you're ready for all the information on these, then you know what to do. Find that like button. Let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the raids are coming to Lord of the Rings, also the first legendary event. We're going to talk about what you need to do to prepare right now. But if this is your first time here on the channel, hit that subscribe button for more great Lord of the Rings content. We're also covering Marvel Snap on this channel as well. So if you want information on both games, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But let's get right into it, guys. This is a pretty long blog post. There's a bunch to describe here. So here's the journey ahead for May 2023. And this comes from Nick Reinhardt, the game director at Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth. We're going to talk about two different things here. Chapter 1 is going to look back at the recent past and comment on the current state of the game. And then Chapter 2 is where all the exciting stuff is going to be about what is coming in the next few months, including the legendary event for Elrond and what you need to do to unlock this character and the raids. The legendary Mines of Moria is going to be the raid. We're going to talk about what you and your alliance need to do to prepare and what some of the rewards are as well. But first, let's talk about Chapter 1. They say, honestly, we can't believe it's already May. You can say for that time flies while you're having fun trying to develop a launch game, and it feels like we've lived several lifetimes in a short amount of time. Title Update 3, which focused on UI and UX, and in Title Update 4, which tightened their early game experience, went very well from their perspective. From the outcome of that from that update, they were able to see that players were able to explore and play the game faster and smoother than before. And they hope that with a limited territory launch, the game became a better experience based on what we saw from data and the community's feedback. And then they're into Title Update 5, which was a worldwide launch that happened just a few days ago. Had all the updated art kits, economy reset, and a bunch of things. So if you were playing in this game at early launch, this game was in the limited territory release for a long time. It just went to reset and then was just released. There was a few stability issues, freezing, and other problems that cropped up, and we worked aggressively to clear them up. I feel like the game is in a better place now. More importantly, we've seen a lot of new friends join us. And I'd like to say welcome to everyone. I have a ton in store for you over the next few months. Let's get into it. And overall, the morning of the launch day, Lord of the Rings Heroes of Middle-earth went well with a mix of nerves, excitement. We've been working on this game for such a long time, and they're happy to see that it is finally launched. And let's go take a look at what is in store. Chapter 2 is we're going to look at some of the things that are coming up. The first legendary adventure and the Mines of Moria raids. All right, so this legendary adventure, of course, it is going to be for Elrond, the Elven Lord. Let's talk about what we need to do to prepare right now. Legendary adventures require players to use characters from specific factions to battle in a specifically built event. Escalating difficulty to unlock powerful characters. Each adventure requires different factions to unlock your character. Legendary characters, as in Elrond, it's going to be characters unlocked by a legendary adventure. 5-star unlocks and will represent more powerful characters than the normal characters that you're getting. Legendary characters are powerful, often become the cornerstone of that team. You could build potent squads around, and there are a number of tiers in each event. And this may change from event to event, but it's going to require characters from a specific faction at the corresponding tier. So as an example, they say a Treebeard could possibly be a legendary event. I'm not sure if this is a clue into what is coming, and Treebeard is going to be unlocked during these Isengard orcs that they're talking about, or this is just exactly as they're saying. This is purely a hypothetical example, but what they say, Treebeard could be a legendary in the future, and it could theoretically have unlocked from characters from the Isengard faction. We need at least 5 characters from that faction to unlock this hypothetical legendary character. There are several tiers for this event. Tier 1 could theoretically require 5 Shadow Isengard characters at rating 1. To complete tier 2, you need them at 2 stars. And then when you finally complete tier 5 with all your characters at 5 stars, that is when you're going to unlock for the legendary character. So whatever the characters you need for Elrond to get that unlock, you would need them all at 5 stars right now. So start getting your stars up on your characters. This is similar to what they've done in other games, especially Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it's going to be used in Middle-earth. So if you're familiar with the legendary system in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, it's going to be like that in Lord of the Rings. Similar, but a little different than how it is in Marvel Strike Force. Legendary Adventures will initially show up for a short window, currently aiming for 7 days, gives the players opportunity to upgrade their characters and attempt to unlock the legendary character. Each legendary character adventure may return when and exactly how often, not sure yet. I don't think they even have plans for that, but it is the legendary Lord Elrond is going to be the character. And what they say about him from The Hobbit, he was a noble and fair as an elf lord, strong as a warrior and wise as a wizard, and venerable as a king of dwarves and as kind as a summer. Says is a quote from The Hobbit. Now, Lord Elrond is the pinnacle of elven prowess, utilizing the power of his ring Vilya, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, to compound the Bruin River and protect Rivendell's borders. His friends are in peril. He uses his healing skill unmatched in all of Middle-earth. He's a critical ally in your fight to restore the timeline. Details on his kit and the faction required to get him is forthcoming. Now, I do believe he is already in the game as a non-playable character. I remember seeing him in either a campaign mission or one of these daily challenges that we did fight him. So I'm gonna go back and look for that character. I looked a little bit, I couldn't find him, but I'm gonna go back and look for that character. If you know exactly where that character is, let me know, because his kit is already in the game. I'm not sure if that's gonna be just for the NPC version of him, or that kit's gonna match the actual character that we're gonna unlock and be able to play with. But sort of in the game already, but now he's gonna be a playable character in the game. And an exciting thing also coming up, not just another legendary character, is this Mines of Moria. And this is something that you could do with your guild right now, or a guild coming up. Right now, with a guild, really all you're in that guild for is to do more of these guild campaigns, borrowing a character from one of your guild mates to get further progress in that guild campaign. Well, with this, now your guild is gonna matter. So from the woods to the mountains, you'll likely see meshes game if you made it to level 20. So that is where you're going to be able to do your first raid. The Mines of Moria. Couldn't think of a better raid to introduce players to it, and they've thought of quite a few. So there should be a few more coming down the road. We still don't have this one launched in the game, and it doesn't look like it's going to be soon, but it should be coming in the next few months or so. The Mines of Moria itself is a sprawling complex of rooms, dwarven in make and trashed by orcish interlopers. There's a cave troll, if you remember from the movies, there's the big troll that they had to fight. The nightmarish of all, the dreaded Balrog, who Gandalf had to fight in the movie. It has cool locations, cool characters, and checks all the boxes for an epic raid. Let me take a moment to tell you a little bit more about the raid system in Heroes of Middle-earth. And it seems like it's similar to what we've experienced if you've played Star Wars: The Galaxy of Heroes, another game from Capital Games here. Raids will be open to guilds and their members to engage with. Note, you must be at a certain level to participate in a raid. I don't think they've decided that yet, but you need to be at a certain level. They did mention level 20 up here, so that's probably the minimum that you're going to need to be to participate in these raids. Aiming for guilds to be able to kick a chapter off about once a week, and it's going to last for about 4 or 5 days. So very similar to the initial Rancor raid that we got in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The goal of each raid is to do damage in each chapter of the raids and accrue points. Those points translates into personal rewards for yourself and guild level rewards for everyone in the guild. Players can increase the number of points they accrue by increasing the difficulty of each raid on each of their attempts in their independent of the guild. The higher difficulties get greater rewards. So it's going to be something that you're going to be able to score individually and with your guild mates as well. The goal is to have a dynamically challenging raid experience to grow with a roster of your characters, but also allow players in each guild to choose the experience that most feels comfortable for them. Our goal is that players have an entertaining strategic puzzle to solve while working together as a guild for epic success and rewards. The Mines of Moria is going to be released in a chapter-by-chapter format as illustrated by above. So we're not going to get all the chapters. You're not going to be able to complete everything once this is launched, Rather than going live with all aspects of the raid at once, we're releasing chapters one at a time over the course of a month or two. So yeah, we're getting pieces of this. This game is still in its infancy, and it's like we're getting parts of a complete game introduced into this little by little. So when the Mines of Moria release, you'll see chapter 1 of 4 experience. Our hope is this experience that players and guilds will be able to focus, build mastery across each chapter one at a time and give them a chance to get excited for each part of the new raid release. And we'll see what the rewards are. I think that's going to be one of the more important things of these raids here. And there's a sneak peek in what we can expect with these rewards here. Now you'll be asking yourself, why do I do this? Well, there's some awesome rewards, powerful new gear, and maybe a powerful friend you could collect along the way. And yeah, that was, I think with the Rancor raid, that was Han Solo, I believe, in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Let me know what Lord of the Rings character you think it will unlock. These raids will unlock. Beating the Mountain Troll, beating the Balrog. What do you think that's worth as far as characters in Lord of the Rings and its lore? All right, your first question is likely, when can I get my hands on chapter 1 of Moria raids? Well, they're still nailing down the date, but our goal is to bring it within Q3 of this year. And we're in the 6th month of the this year as of next month. So it could be coming as early as next month. So in as short as 2 weeks, but as long as a few months there. So we'll be bringing more news as we get closer. I mean, you're as excited as we are to bring it to you. So that is it, guys. That is what we can expect coming up in Lord of the Rings. And what should you do right now? Well, make sure you are in a guild. Make sure your guild has some form of communication that you could prepare for these raids. And as far as Elrond, well, there was some data mines that you needed some certain characters to unlock a different character. That doesn't look like it's the same now. So I'm not sure what to do to prepare for Elrond. If you have any guesses, let me know. What is the team that you think is going to unlock Elrond? Just based on some lore, I'm guessing some kind of shadow team. So maybe it is these Orcs of Isengard, because they are kind of easy to farm, and potentially getting them up for 5 stars before the event. Let me know what you think, though. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. If this video did help you in deciding what you are doing in Lord of the Rings, Heroes of Middle-earth, hit a subscribe button. It does help the YouTube algorithm. Leave it a like and hit that notification bell so you know as soon as a new video goes up. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. Hulk Fist Bump ValleyFlyin out.